Hi everyone, and welcome to this video. The last video that I did got such a good response and you guys were so happy with it. I decided that I'm going to continue talking about this topic. I can speak about feminine energy and feminine embodiment for years. I can talk on end about this stuff. I'm obsessed, and I'm glad that it's being received well by you. So I'm going to give you some tips today on how to get more into your feminine energy. And the first tip is to really go within. Feminine energy is very much about your inner world. And if you've ever taken a dance class from me, then you know that I talk about going from your outer world, the outer experience, and traveling to this internal experience, this internal world, this whole body of richness that you have, that you are experiencing through the body and not through the mind. So it's very much, feminine energy is very much about your feelings, about the way that things feel, about your internal experience and the internal experience of your body. So for a lot of my clients, there is a huge disconnect. A lot of my clients live and breathe and exist on the mental plane, constantly thinking, constantly analyzing, constantly just in the mental plane. And there is a disconnect, and there's also like a kind of numbness when it comes to the body. There is tends to be an inability to allow yourself to feel. So I want you to first and foremost take a deep inhalation in and exhale out, and begin to just notice your breath as it travels into your body. Where does it go? And as you take another inhalation in, allow the belly to expand. So inhale and exhale, and just begin to slow down and begin to notice your internal world. So that's one step. The other thing that I just want to touch on about your feminine energy is very much about this internal experience and really coming from a place of power that's coming from within. So if you think about it, I want you to think about right now, you probably in your mind are like, okay, after I finish watching this video from Maya, I have to do this, I have to do this, and I have to do this. That to-do list is coming from most likely your mental plane. So ask your mind right now, what do I want to do? And your mind is going to tell you, oh, I want you to do this, I want you to cook dinner, I want you to, all the things from your to-do list. Okay, put that aside. Now what I want you to do is I want you to tap into your body, tap into your womb energy, tap into your root chakra, and ask your body, what do you want to do? Just tap in with your body right now. Your body is going to have a different response to that question. Your body is going to answer differently. And so that's what I'm talking about this internal world, and about your body is constantly speaking to you. She's constantly speaking and communicating to you, and there's a conversation going on. So notice what is inside your heart. Notice what's inside your womb. Notice what's inside your root chakra, your vagina. What does she want? Getting in touch with those desires is huge element of your feminine energy. And we're going to do a whole other training just on desire alone, because that is a huge element of feminine energy, and a way to get in touch and really enlighten and inspire your feminine to come forward and to emerge is to get in touch with your desire. So we'll do a whole other separate video just on desire, because that's a huge topic for us. So I want you to, the second thing is I want you to allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to, instead of focusing on the results, so results is our masculine energy, and again, we're not bashing masculine energy. I love my masculine energy. I love masculine energy in general. The masculine energy of my partner, the masculine energy of my sons, the masculine energy that lives inside of me, love it. However, I'm bringing awareness to you of when to use the masculine and when to ignite the feminine. And if we don't have this awareness going on, we're just going to go into default, which is always going to be the masculine, because that's the society that we live in, and that is what's going on. That's how we are being raised. And so this way of doing things, this way of emerging in our feminine, is a different way of being, and we have to relearn. Okay? So getting into the feeling body, not being concerned so much with the results, but again, the journey is very much the feminine. It is the feeling. When you allow yourself to feel, you allow yourself to open up to a whole new energy body. You allow yourself to tap into your sensuality, which is awakened and alive in the five senses. You allow yourself to experience pleasure. So along with the feelings, there's also a spectrum of bad feelings or negative feelings that maybe you don't want to feel, you're not ready to feel, and that is why your immediate coping mechanism or response is to shut off your feelings, because there is a fear there, there's a trauma response there, that you just shut off all feeling. But we want to feel safe, and we want to be able to go into this feeling emotional body so that we can feel pleasure, so that we can feel the array of emotions that exist within us. There's so many positive emotions as well, but when we cut off our emotions, we can't feel anything. So we want to be awakened to our feelings, awakened in our sensuality, awakened in our sexuality as well. Next tip, I wrote this down, is the art of surrender. And again, if you are a modern woman, this can be very, very challenging. This was my hiccup for sure, because there is this element of trust that you have to embody, and that can be hard if you've been let down by life, if you've been let down in general. So, hey babe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Uh-oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Still.
Oh, thank you, babe.
Sorry.
It's okay. Love you too. So there is this element of surrender. Surrender. In relationship, it is often surrendering to your partner's leadership, and that's not all the time, but is the ability to be open, to open your body. And if you think about the feminine, our genitalia, the way that our body is created, it's created in such a way that we do have to open. There is an element of openness and surrender in the way that we make love, the way that we are the receptor, and the way that we receive love. We get filled up by our lover. So there is this art of being able to surrender, being able to let go of the need to control every last thing. And so for many women, a lot of my clients, their nervous system is set in such a way that surrender is huge, and if they're not able to access that because their nervous system is set in such a way that there is this need to control because it's coming from a trauma response. So just know that through time, you're going to be able to access your own surrender, and it does take time. If you are not able to surrender, like, don't feel any type of way about that, because it does take time. It is an art. And a lot of times people will try to sell you a pill, and they try to sell you like a quick fix and quick tips and a surgery, this like fast pace, gotta get it now. The beauty of going through the journey is who you become through the journey on the other side, what you learn about yourself. Because the reality is, you're given this beautiful life to live and become like the center of your universe, become the main character in your life. Learn yourself, learn why, what made you make these decisions, what made you into the person that you are. And if you don't like what you see, then it can be illuminated as to where you want to go. But if you never go through that journey, then you're not able to really learn yourself and get to the other side. Learn without judgment, without criticizing yourself, but with a lot of courage. And just be like, I did that. Why? Learn yourself. Go through that journey. Go towards that. And on the other side is just so much juice and fruitfulness, and the ability to be calm, and the ability to sit in your power. Very important. Next tip, open heart. So we talked about surrender, but having an open heart. Wow. So many women that I see, so many of my clients have a very a mask, and the mask is coming from this need to be defensive, this need to be in, it's really a coping mechanism. Okay, so in the art of a relationship, when you want to be in a divine union with somebody, what the masculine is looking for, what they crave, what makes them move towards you, what makes them fall in love with you, what makes them keep engaging with you and want to provide for you and fall deep in love, is to experience you with an open heart, to experience the warmth of your heart. And again, this takes time if you've been through a lot of things. But right now, what I want you to do is I want you to just place your hands on top of your heart center. Feel that power coming from that center. Do you feel the openness, the magnetism, the energy, the energetic body of your heart center is way more powerful than your mental plane and than a lot of other places that we operate from. So operating from your heart, being able to open your heart, being able to allow others to experience your warmth is extremely powerful, and it's extremely feminine. It's what the masculine desires out of you. He wants to experience your warmth. He wants to experience your heart, the warmth of your heart, the openness of your heart. He doesn't want to experience your defensiveness, any closeness, any coping mechanism is not going to allow him to fall in love. He might engage with you sexually, but not in the way that you want in divine union of love, of desire, of caring for you, and all of those other things. So it's another level of just connection, so the warmth of your heart. And that's not even just for romantic relationships. It can also be in the way that you mother, the way that you show up in motherhood as well. Being able to have that nurturing side, being able to access the warmth of your heart is a beautiful feminine trait, and it is part of feminine energy. And the last is your embodiment of feminine energy. Your embodiment is the experience of your body. Are you experiencing the aliveness, the rejuvenation, and the energy of your body? Or are you just existing? Are you just a talking head? Are you experiencing your body, what it feels like to be inside your body? What it feels like? What is that experience? And so that is the embodiment component. It's so important. And I love to teach it because I am a dancer. So as a dancer, dancers and martial artists as well are people that are trained to be deeply dropped into the body. And so it's easy for me to teach this because I've been trained for many, many years. So I have that embodiment to also like pass on to my clients. So feel the wisdom of your body. Experience the wisdom of your body. When you make a decision, do you make it from the mental plane? Do you ever feel these sensations inside when you have to make a decision that's telling you the opposite of what your head? So let's say someone's talking to you and you get a funny feeling like they're lying to you. You don't know how you know this, but you just know it's something in your gut is telling you that person is lying to me. Do you trust your gut? Do you trust your body? Do you trust your body's wisdom? Are you listening to your body? Or in the mental plane, you're like, you know what, this person, you know, on paper, they're really good, and so said they're a good person, so I'm just gonna go with logic. I want you to start listening and honoring the wisdom of your body. That will save you so much time, energy, money. Your body knows. She be knowing, you know? So I want you to really, really begin to hone in on the practice of tapping into your body, going deep into your body, honoring her wisdom, and listening to those internal nudges. So I'm going to be teaching even more of these techniques, very down to earth things that you can do every single day in a masterclass called From Burnout to Bliss, and it's on August 29th. So please sign up. It's absolutely free. So you can sign up in the description box. You can sign up in the link in my bio. And thank you for listening to this video. Thank you for engaging. Please share with whoever you think would like to learn more about this, and whoever you think would vibe with this knowledge. So I'll see you in the next video, and I'll see you at the masterclass. Peace and love.